listen to YFM 107.9 Accra.
Ameyaw Debrah adds his voice to that conversation as he explains why Naija musicians are more popular in Ghana than Ghanaian artists. My problem is the fact that we don't even try. That's my problem. That's my issue. The fact that we don't even try, or those who try don't try hard enough, or try to even push. I know that the percentage of success may be very low, but at least you try and do as best as you can.
As you can. Yeah.
That's my problem with our artists. I feel like I would say we because I'm part. We don't do nearly enough to even try. But Mr. Q, go ahead.
I mean, when they say like Ghanaian songs don't play on Nigerian radio or Nigerian space, what do they mean? Because that's cap.
No, they're saying if you take a comparison of the percentage of Nigerian music that you hear in Ghana on Ghanaian radio spaces, and that which you hear of Ghanaian on Nigerian radio spaces, obviously the disparity is huge. You can tell.
That's got nothing. But anyway, let's take it off.
Right.
At this moment in time in the world, like you were saying earlier, it's 2022.
It is a different.
The world is becoming a global village, and space and location doesn't matter anymore. So now when you are like creating, you don't create for your people, you don't create in your thinking of just the people around you. Create for the consumption of the world. Create for people to be able to enjoy it either way. Like you are saying that Nigerian music is dominating Ghanaian and Ghanaian is not dominating. It's not only in Ghana. You can check Liberia charts, you can check Sierra Leone, you can check Tanzania, you can check Kenya, you can check other places. Like there are some countries you don't hear of, and you go and there are Nigerian songs stopping
Comoros.
And Nigerian songs are topping there. So would you say that Comoros people too are saying that why are their songs not?
Mr. Q, let me bring an interesting viewpoints to this that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about, and I feel like Sarkodie has spoiled us as Ghanaians. It's Sarkodie's fault. What I'm about to say is Sarkodie's fault. So wherever he is that he's listening, Sarkodie has spoiled us as Ghanaians because what he did with our language, is incredible, but it's an anomaly. What people like Sarkodie and Manifest have done with our language, right? Making it into international spaces with our language is incredible. You have to give them their flowers, you have to give them their props, but it's an anomaly because not everybody can do that. But based on what they did, a lot of people are of the mindset that that's the way we all must do it. Do you understand? So a lot of people want to, like, for instance, what's Ameyaw Debrah is saying, if you listen to basically everything that he was saying, was that he said the way they make their music, they make it so that anybody in the world will be able to relate to it, even if you don't understand some parts of the song, which means a lot of it has to do with English. So many artists right now are disagreeing with me right now. They're going crazy. No, Winston, music is a global language. It's a global language. You can't say language but hear me out. There are French artists out there who are doing amazing music. There are Italian artists out there who are doing amazing music in French and in Italian, but they even penetrating markets is difficult. So obviously you must acknowledge the language makes a huge difference. Language counts for a lot in breaking through barriers. I understand that now we're in a new space, like Mr. Q saying it's 2022, but you must consider these things. Now I'm not saying don't do songs in Tree, Ewe, all these other beautiful languages that we have here. I'm not saying don't do that. The Nigerians don't completely get rid of their language. You get what I'm talking about. They infuse it in there, but a majority of that is English, so that anybody else who is out there can listen to what they have to say and get a fair idea, and then vibe to the rhythm like that. But a lot of people here are stuck with the mindset where, like I said, Sarkodie has spoiled us, man. Sarkodie and Manifest, they spoiled us. They must do the music in that language.
I think even for now we are failing so much that doesn't even cut.
So
it shouldn't even be like it doesn't like if people don't understand, it makes sense because I feel that there are a lot of things you are missing out on. Like first of all, if you record your song and you have your song out and you put it on, say, streaming platforms, and you share maybe the streaming link on your like your social media and you say, I have a song out. Then you sit at home 1 week later, you say Ghanaians are not supporting me. I mean, you don't even service your records to, you know, radio stations. You don't go out there and push, you don't make yourself available to. But
to be fair, Mr. Q, there are people who are doing that and are still struggling.
So let me just say this, okay? Based on what you guys are saying, what Ameyaw was saying, now this is what I hope, you know, because if I were an artist, I would take note of this. If it's that hard for, a good Nigerian artist to break through in their own market, what it means is that you would have to be better than their best.
Yes.
Do you understand? So it means it's a lot more work for you to do. And honestly, we're not doing that. We're doing good music, but then is it good enough to beat Nigeria's best?
The quality is what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, I'm saying if your creative process or your creativity gives you a song or a rhythm or a sound that works for you, you shouldn't say that because I want to break into and I have to make sure that I fix some English in. If it works like Putu, nobody knows what it means.
Yeah, but wait, Mr. Q,
that Putu is a big song in the francophone countries. Like it's way bigger in the francophone countries.
But then how big is it on a global scale? That's the question.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That's the question. How big is it
so
on a global scale? So
I guess what Winston is saying is that we should think big.
Because that's what Ameyaw was also saying. You know, on a global scale, see, language does matter as much as we don't want to accept it. On a global scale, language really cuts across.
Yes, but
if you look at the similarities in most Nigerian songs, right, with the exception of a very few, actually, a lot of them have about 60% in English, and then they add their touches here and there. A lot of them, you can pick a song. You can pick a song, any song. I bet you out of 10, about 8 of them are like that. And that has to be part of the formula there that people should really pay attention to. You get what I'm talking about? I mean, it's not like we're not doing that, because like we said, the new one with Kamido Sugarcane, that's a classic example. Brian the Mensa's Until I See You, another classic example. People are starting to see, people are starting to emulate, people are starting to do it.
And if you have English words and they're just words and the rhythm is bad, nobody will pay attention to it.
Well, obviously those things matter. I get what you mean. There's more to it.
So that's what I'm saying.
I was only looking at it from that aspect.
The reason why I'm saying that there are a lot more of things to consider before you get to that point. That's what I'm saying, that there are a lot more things to consider before, because if you say that, I just don't think that should be your priority if you are making music. I think you should get like your music.
I disagree. I think that should be a priority though.
Because I can play you an English song. See, unless that was made in English and you
look, I'm not saying you know, if you do an English song you're guaranteed to cross over or get into
or that you should ignore the other
or that you should even ignore Ghanaian languages. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you are making music as a Ghanaian, let's say you want to do a song and you speak Chi and you want to put Chi in there, put it in there. But if you want to make music for a global market, try and consider, you know, the universal language, which is English, in there as much as you can. And then also add your touch of Chi in there, because obviously, unless you want to make music strictly for Ghanaians, and that's totally completely fine.